So this device is a battery-powered heating pad, but it's got a unique feature to it, so I think it's worth discussing. Here's the heating pad right here. It's powered by batteries in these two compartments. It's covered by a thin piece of fabric. On the back is insulation, this pad of insulation here. And on the front is a temperature sensor. This is a thermistor. Rather than set the heat output, you set the temperature. The temperature, so the device measures the temperature at your skin, and when it falls below the threshold that you set, the heating pad turns on, and when it goes above the threshold that you set, it turns off. So it maintains a constant skin temperature. Because the heating pad is so close to your skin, and it's small, and it's insulated on the back, and because there's a significant amount of batteries here, the battery life of this device is 8 or 9 hours, which means that it's suitable. You can use it while you're asleep, which is originally why I built it, because there was nothing else that I could buy that would do that. Another nice feature is that it's impossible to set the temperature to a level that would burn you. So the way that skin burns work is that the shorter period of time your skin is exposed to heat, the higher temperature it can withstand. The temperature at which your skin will burn then sort of asymptotically decreases as T goes towards infinity. And so this device is set up so that the maximum temperature that you can set it at is below the temperature your skin would burn at when exposed to that temperature for an infinite period of time, which is around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. So because I designed this device originally to be used while I was sleeping, it has to be held next to your back. So it velcros to a pair of boxer briefs like this, and then the heating pad just gets held next to your skin back there. And there's some other Velcro that it can get attached to back there, but it also just can stick to a normal piece of clothing. Even though I originally came up with this design to use while sleeping, I actually end up using it more on very long car trips. This device, it's kind of bulky, but it fits into my pocket, like a decent sized pocket in jeans, and then I can just basically fire and forget. You set the temperature and you forget about it. I'm working with a friend of mine to make this design smaller and more convenient. So this is the beginnings of our first prototype. It's not working yet, but I just thought I'd show you what it looks like. The batteries are mounted directly on the circuit board, unlike in this design where they're in separate battery boxes. There's 6 on the circuit board. There's 2 in separate battery holders, and this will all go inside a box. Unlike this design where you have to take the batteries out and recharge them, this design, there's a charging circuit directly on the board that I designed, and so the batteries, you don't have to take the batteries out of the device. You can just plug it into a 12-volt power supply, and it'll charge the batteries. There's a lot of safety features on this design. There's 6 different temperature sensors which monitor the battery temperatures, so if the batteries start overheating during charging, it'll turn off. There's each battery has its own individual thermal fuse, so if the batteries develop an internal short and go bad, they won't overheat. This device also uses positive temperature coefficient thermistor to sense your skin temperature. So that's a thermistor where as the temperature goes up, the resistance goes up. So I'm using a thermistor like that because it means that if there's a break in the you get an open circuit because there's an electrical break, it's like the thermistor is saying to the circuit, I'm overheating. And so the device will turn off that way. So, if you get a break, the device will stop functioning rather than, waking up in the middle of the night to a very, very hot back. Just like this design, it uses AA nickel metal hydride batteries. I'm using nickel metal hydride rather than lithium ion because I don't want to wake up to a battery being on fire. Again, lithium ion has a reputation for catching fire. So lots of safety features and again more convenient, but it's more complicated for sure because there's the charging circuit. We're using a lot of surface mount components in the design just to keep it small. Just like before, there's an on-off switch in this device, and then you set the temperature right here. So that's pretty much it.